It doesn't take much common sense to know that the world is a really controversial place right now, and the car community is pretty much no exception. And I especially saw this in my death scrolling of Instagram. The car community on there is just crazy. So me being me, of course, in dire need of content, I'm going to grab that bull by the horns and address a few of these societal issues in the car community. But the kicker is, for each of them, I only have 30 seconds to respond. So this will be fun. I guess we'll get started. All right, first question. EVs are absolutely terrible. No, they have their purposes. There's some people who only go short distances and stuff. People live in cities and stuff. As far as comparing them to gas cars, as long as I'm not being forced to drive an electric car, I don't really care because I used to be a Tesla nerd. No, I'm not, but I like gas cars as well, and this is gonna be difficult. Next question is whether the new Supra is actually a Supra, which, that's kind of been, resolved by the car community to some extent. It's just more of a joke now, but I mean, I guess we'll try it. Okay, so it has the B58 motor, I believe, which is out of BMW, and it also shares the chassis with the Z4. So, I mean, it's basically a BMW with Toyota logos, but the difference is it has the Supra badge. That's about it. But it's a good car nonetheless. It's weird that it's a BMW technically, but it's still a cool car. It's a cool car. Between that and a Mustang, I'd pick that all day. Next question. The old Supra is overrated. I'd say yes and no. It depends on the audience you're looking at, because if you're looking at 5-year-olds with an iPad who are making troll face memes, then yes, of course it's overrated. But for people who actually own those and run them, those cars have massive potential. It's just the problem that, it's a pop culture icon, Fast and Furious and stuff, and people have taken that and ran with it, thinking that it comes with 1,000 horsepower stock or whatever. But that's mainly, the younger audience, people who are more mature in the car community and stuff like that. They understand it's a good car. This next one is actually so rare. Everybody pretty much agrees on this. This is the Jaguar rebrand. Let's go. Okay, so Jaguar rebranded their entire brand, copy nothing. They have this ugly concept car now that it's probably one of the worst things that's ever happened in the history of, automotive history. They took everything cool about the brand, turned it into an EV, and then made it look like a refrigerator. It's trying too hard to be futuristic. We just want a good car with a V8 rear-wheel drive. You can make a supercar for all we care. If they made an XJ220, a new one and stuff like that. Shut up! I do not want to hear you. Okay, the next subject is Hellcats in general being let's just start. All right, people say Hellcats are only good in a straight line and stuff, and they're not really great for anything else. My point, that's pretty much the point exactly. That's literally what Hellcats are for. Speed in a straight line. That's American muscle. The Europeans are all for the corners and stuff, but the wide bodies, they do handle better, but it's a muscle car at heart. Yeah, you're not gonna be taking this thing on a canyon road and absolutely gunning it with 700 horsepower in a family sedan. It's not. Well, I mean, I guess BMW kind of does that, but it's different. I swear. This challenge is making me realize just how little 30 seconds actually is. Next subject. Bugatti or Koenigsegg? Okay, me personally, I'm a Bugatti person. I grew up with Bugatti. I always knew, everybody knew the stats. It was just a pop culture icon back then. Everybody had a Bugatti back when it was cool. And then just generally, it was mainly Veyron, and then the Chiron, that came out. I was born in 2006, so the Chiron came out right when I was starting to get into cars, really a lot. So the Chiron actually has a lot of significance to me. The Tourbillon, by the way, this isn't even on my list, but I feel like I could go on about the Tourbillon, whatever. I am a huge fan of the Bugatti Tourbillon. I like this steering wheel thingy. It's weird. It's kind of, it's interesting, but it's really cool. And it has a V16. That thing is crazy. What I'm not a huge fan of is the butterfly doors for some reason. When I think Bugatti, it's because the Veyron and the Chiron didn't have them, but hey, I mean, it's a really cool looking car in my opinion. I don't think it's more of a revolution than an evolution. Okay, I know I'm breaking the rules, but I kind of lied. It looks like the Chiron went to the gym finally. Next controversial question, BMW or Mercedes? Me personally, I'm a BMW guy. Well, I won't say that. I like it better. I like them better, the BMW. Just generally, it feels more of a driver's car kind of thing. And Mercedes definitely more on the luxury side, but if I was buying one of the two, I'd buy a BMW. I also like the image of a BMW more. When you're driving around the Mercedes, you're like, oh, you got a Mercedes and whatever. But BMW is just yeah, it's a BMW. Next up, Ford v Chevy v Dodge. I lean towards, you see, my family is owned technically all three, but we had like an old Lincoln Aviator for a little bit. That technically falls under the Ford umbrella. But my favorite car was definitely the Scat Pack. My dad had a Scat Pack at one point, and it was really nice. And in the Chevy, we had a really bad the transmission. You know what? Yeah, that's pretty much all I need to say about that. But yeah, Dodge, definitely. I mean, who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? Next up, we got the Lamborghini Temerario, the new Huracan replacement. Okay, me personally, I think it looks good. I think it looks clean. People are saying it's too reserved, but there's gonna be a million versions of this car. Like you saw the Huracan, there's like a million versions of it in the Aventador. They're gonna do that. But the running lights, they're kind of weird, and the fact that it has a V8, I think it has a V8 or a V6, something like that. It's definitely less exciting, but people are already gonna put exhaust on and stuff. Like it's a Lamborghini, so people are going to make it cooler. Just out of the box, though, I think the Huracan was more interesting, I'd say. Next up is the Lamborghini Urus. Actually, no, I'm sorry, Urus. The Lamborghini Urus SE. I think they ruined it. I think, well, I mean, it looks like a good SUV, but that's bad for Lamborghini. I saw the little Brimley video where the guy who does the bodies and he does the body lines and stuff, and he, oh gosh. It messed up. The headlights make it like way too tame. Like I can deal with it looking more like the Revuelto, but the problem is the thin little headlight strip, the LEDs and stuff. It just makes it look way too tame for a Lamborghini. It just looks like a soccer mom van that it technically is. On the topic of SUVs, we have the Ferrari Purosangue, the Thoroughbred. Me personally, I'm actually a huge fan of it. People say that it looks like a Mazda CX-5. I think it kind of encapsulates Ferrari's design language right now, which is a whole other subject in and of itself. But I think the fact that they put a V12 in it in 2024, I don't think people respect that enough. Like Ferrari actually put a V12 in an SUV in 2024. It sounds good. I'm sure it drives good, and I think it looks good. The proportions are a little weird, but you know, we can deal with it. That or a Urus, I think I'd take. That's actually a good question. I don't know. All right, we got two more. The next one is Mansory. I'm pretty sure this isn't really that controversial. A lot of people just straight up don't like Mansory, like the main majority of people. But I think they specifically ruined the Ford GT. Like people think that looks good. Like it just took all the character away from the car and it just made it look like a pug. Like it just. Also, the carbon, like, I could deal with it if it wasn't, like, all the forged carbon and whatever kind of carbon. I don't even remember what it specifically looked like. It's some kind of carbon. It's more likely forged because it's Mansory, but it's just too much. Now, this is the final one. This is the one I've been looking most forward to talking about. The hypercar holy trinity reincarnation. In other words, the McLaren W1, the Ferrari what's it called? I think it's like the P90 Stradale, something like that. And then the Porsche, who is currently absent. All right, so we'll talk about the McLaren first. The McLaren W1, it is really cool. I think it's a little bit too tame, but the wing's really cool, but the interior, what the heck were they thinking? It looks like somebody had. You know exactly what I'm gonna say. The Ferrari, it is. I think that thing is beautiful. It's gonna grow on people. It's gonna take a while, but it's gonna grow on people. And then the Porsche. Where are you, Porsche? Like this is your chance. This is your chance. Actually, kind of glad they're not doing the electric one because you know it would be kind of weird in comparison to the other two, which have V6s and V8s. Also, Ferrari, why didn't you put a V8 in that? Why? Wait. I know I'm off time, but why does the Purosangue have a V12, but their flagship supercar doesn't? Like even the 12 cylindry, they've proven they can do it. Why doesn't their flagship supercar, a hybrid V12, just like the LaFerrari? That actually kind of makes me mad. Everybody just has so much potential right now. Like BMW, that would have been a really good topic. Maybe I'll do a part 2 to this video. It seems like car brands have so much potential right now. It is untapped. It is so difficult being a car enthusiast now or being loyal to one brand because everybody is consecutively pooping their pants simultaneously. I'm terribly sorry for that. Well, anyway, feel free to engage in keyboard to keyboard combat in the comments below. It really makes my day watching you guys argue. So, but for the love of God, keep it friendly. Hope you guys like this new type of video. Be sure to like it if you like it. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more. And we're trying to hit 1K by the end of the year. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'm the Deuce I'll see you on the next one. Have a blessed day.